Today we remember the life of Emman Atienza, a promising young influencer, mental health advocate and creator who touched many hearts. Brief mention of the tragic end and the importance of celebrating her life and message. Emman Atienza, full name Emmanuel Hung Atienza, was born on February 8, 2006, in Manila, Philippines. She was the youngest daughter of TV personality Kim Atienza and Felicia Hung Atienza, and had two older siblings, Jose III and Eliana. She grew up in a well-known family but sought her own path through creativity, social media, art, and advocacy. Education. She studied at the International School Manila and later attended Parsons Summer Academy in New York for art and design. Emman started gaining attention as a social media personality on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, sharing fashion, lifestyle, and creative content.
Gagawin natin is we will try to understand the mindset of a Gen Z.
I think definitely in the more recent generations, we've been more outspoken because we have a platform to be outspoken on. So social media has definitely become a huge thing in younger generations. And so a lot of people who were talking about me, commenting on me, all these different things on Twitter or wherever, they didn't really know who I was.
And what you went through.
Yeah, I tolerated it once, I'm not gonna tolerate it again, basically.
So bigyan na natin sila ng context. Para dun sa nanunood sa atin ngayon, siguro nag-iisip sila, ano yung controversy? Nagsimula yan doon sa TikTok, di ba? Nag-post kayo. It started with Guess the Bill Challenge. Okay, so ikwento natin sa kanila, paano nangyari yung Guess the Bill Challenge na yun at pinost?
Okay, so I was invited to my friend's birthday dinner. It was her birthday, and it was a nice dinner that her agency treated us to. And we were just joking around, and we knew it was a expensive dinner. It was quite an expensive dinner. And so there's this trend on TikTok called Guess the Bill. And we decided to do a spin on it in a way like, oh, jokingly, winner has to pay. A lot of my content on TikTok is very joking, very sarcastic, very satire. And I think a lot of my original audience knew that, but then the video kind of got posted to an audience that didn't really know me. And I think that's where things started to get blown out of proportion in a way. Because the video was a joke. We didn't actually pay for it. And I clarified that in the video as well, my statement video, that it was a joke. But yeah, it blew out of proportion.
Kasi dinamay na yung surname mo, family mo,
Yeah.
di ba?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Lolo mo,
Yeah.
daddy mo, mami mo,
Yeah.
nipo baby.
Yeah.
Ang dami nang tinawag sa'yo.
Yeah.
So when it blew up, kailan mo na nalaman na parang, ay, medyo lumaki to?
I think so. What happened was more and more people started coming in commenting just hate, and then I went live on TikTok, and then someone said, "Girl, they're attacking you on Twitter," and then I was just like, okay, whatever. Like,
Nag-trending ka ba sa Twitter?
yeah, I was #1 trending in the Philippines on Twitter. Yeah. And then I was on Instagram and I checked my message request. Someone sent me a post by a certain news platform and they were talking about the hate I was getting on Twitter. And that's when I realized, okay, this is getting out of proportion.
Binasa mo yung mga hate.
Yeah, the hate was worse, I guess. It was
Pinaka-worst na nabasa mo?
I was privileged, insensitive, like rich kid, ignorant, all these different things. Useless, disappointment, ugly. Like some people even told me to like commit suicide, like kill yourself.
Okay, wait.
She was known for being open, authentic, discussing mental health issues, self-love, and the experience of being a young influencer. She also ventured into modeling, fashion, and art, e.g., her work with modeling camps and runway debut at Bench Fashion Week in 2022. Important note, she talked about privilege, her background, and the challenges of maintaining authenticity in a public life. Emman used her platform to speak about mental health, her own struggles, the stigma, encouraging others to feel seen. She reportedly dealt with complex mental health issues, diagnosed with bipolar disorder, ADHD, PTSD features, and had periods of self-harm and therapy from a young age. She spoke openly about the challenge of being online, bullying, death threats, pressure to be on and relevant.
Before I made the video, I had only seen a few tweets. Like I had only seen some people's points, the more popular tweets that went viral. I didn't see the whole issue holistically as to why people were reacting this way, why people were angry. And that was my mistake, I guess. I didn't get to address everything. But by the time I had made the video, it was already, that made the hate even worse, blew up even more.
So paano mo hinandle yun? Like,
Originally, I was fine. I was completely fine. That's when I made the response video, and that's why I came off very it lacked emotion, my response video, because I was completely fine. I knew these people were completely misinterpreting my personality, my characters, my morals, my beliefs. That's why I wasn't gonna let it get to me. And also, I'd gone through this in high school. I'd gone through this in a personal setting where I had to see these people one-on-one. So what more people online who have no idea who I am personally? And so I was completely fine at first, but when the hate started to get to the point where people were commenting about how I should take my life, how I'm ugly, useless, disappointment, all these trigger words that I had heard.
In 2025, she moved to Los Angeles to broaden her horizons and creative path. On October 22nd, 2025, Emman was found dead in her home in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 19. The official cause of death was suicide by hanging, as reported by the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner. Her family issued a statement. She brought so much joy, laughter, and love. Emman had a way of making people feel seen and heard. Her authenticity helped so many feel less alone. The wake in the Philippines was publicly announced, and the family asked for compassion, kindness in her memory. Even though her life was short, Emman's impact was meaningful. She championed mental health awareness among Gen Z, used her voice to make others feel seen. Some key lessons from her story. Authenticity matters. She often said she started online to boost confidence, and that the pressure to pretend was a struggle. Mental health is real. Regardless of privilege or success, internal battles matter and help should be sought. You're never alone. Emman tried to build safe spaces and speak about self-care, vulnerability, resilience. Emman's story reminds us that even the brightest lights can struggle in silence. Let's honor her by spreading kindness, empathy, and hope. If you or someone you know is struggling, please reach out. Help is always available. Rest in peace, Emman. Your light continues to shine.